Believe it or not, this isn't the fastest version of McLaren's 570 supercar. It isn't the most agile, nor is it the loudest. But if it's luggage space you're after, well, this model takes the cake.
In their own words, this is McLaren's very first everyday supercar. It's called the 570 GT. It's slower, heavier, and thousands of dollars more expensive than the 570S on which it's based. Makes no sense, right? Well, give it a chance.
As its name suggests, this is McLaren's first real attempt at a Grand Tourer. The 570 GT is designed to take on Porsche's 911 Turbo and other everyday supercars like the Audi R8 V10 Plus. It is priced at $406,800 plus on-road costs, making it considerably more expensive than those immediate rivals and nearly $30,000 more than the sportier 570S.
It's pretty incredible to think that this thing is marketed as a Grand Tourer. These awkward dihedral doors from the 570S remain, as does that carbon fibre monocoque chassis and the high-set door seals inside the cabin. McLaren has made some revisions inside, including its very first vanity mirror. But even so, there is no denying the GT's supercar DNA.
Instead, it is further back on the car that the marketing rhetoric starts to make sense. Boasting a reworked and, dare we say it, more attractive rear end, the 570 GT features a rear hatch that opens to one side, allowing you to load its new leather-lined 220-litre boot from the curb. Sitting above the mid-mounted engine, the so-called touring deck is insulated, so it won't cook the contents of your bags. It is matched by a 130-litre frunk at the opposite end.
More than that though, McLaren has made some pretty serious under-the-skin revisions that really help explain this thing's GT positioning. For one, the suspension is softer to the tune of about 15% in the front, 10% in the rear. The steering ratio has changed by 2%, it has a quieter exhaust, and the S's carbon ceramic brakes are replaced with conventional road units.
With all the handling and engine settings set to docile, the GT is an impressively quiet and well-mannered machine. It happily schleps around town, the quick-witted 7-speed dual clutch offering well-timed and seamless shifts. The steering is well-weighted and the cabin is quiet with excellent bump absorption.
One thing that hasn't changed though is that 3.8 litre twin-turbo engine. There's a little bit of lag down low in the rev range, but once you hit sort of 3,000 RPM and those big turbos spool up, it is just all forward progress from there. And seriously quick, 0 to 100 in just 3.4 seconds.
For the record, that's 0.3 seconds shy of the 570S's acceleration time. And while the GT is hardly sluggish, it's not the only area where it cannot match its sportier sibling.
In isolation, you wouldn't want any more power. I think for me it is missing something. Most notably that engine note. It just doesn't have that same kind of oral excitement that you get from the S, and it does kind of take away from the experience.
Another clear omission is the S's carbon ceramic brakes. The GT's brakes just cannot emulate the same stopping power, and they are poorly modulated through the pedal. When the road becomes rough, yes, you know you're in a supercar. There's still a raw edge to the steering, particularly the feedback from the road. But even so, the 570 GT makes a strong case within the McLaren fold. And as supercars go, it is one of the more livable offerings from the British manufacturer.
So the real comparison here probably isn't which McLaren you'd pick, but whether this thing is better than a 911 Turbo. Now yes, the Porsche does have a slight dynamic edge, and it is the more livable supercar of the two. But in saying that, the GT is distinctive and it is different. And in many buyers' minds, that makes more than enough sense just on its own.